With only 3 days left until Disneyland opens, you best believe you better have your checklist in order. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is SwishWilly, aka Lindsay, and I talk about all things Disney. So if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of my videos. So yesterday, the Disney Parks blog posted an article with your planning checklist to make sure that your trip goes off without a hitch and remains as magical as you can ever imagine. So I'm going to break down this article for you and let you know exactly what you need to know before you go and when you're in the park. So first things first, you have to remember that not every single thing is going to be open. So right now you have Disneyland Resort, Disney's California Adventure, and the Disney Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel and the Disneyland Hotel are currently still closed, but they will be opening at a later date. So make sure you keep those notifications going for the Disney Park blogs posts and any news that the Disneyland website or social media accounts may publish about those opening dates. So let's start at the easiest place possible, before your arrival. We're going to start off with the most important thing to make sure your trip goes off seamlessly, and that's to make sure that you've already purchased your ticket and you've confirmed your park reservation for the day that you want to be there. So in order to gain entry into the park, you want to make sure that everyone in your party ages 3 and up has a valid park admission as well as valid park reservation for the same day that you plan to visit. With both parks only operating at 25%, you're going to want to make sure that you have your theme park reservation well in advance. Theme park reservations have to be made in advance, and you can do that online, and I'm going to link down below the exact website to do so. Side note, it's very important that before you buy your park pass, make sure that there are reservations available for the time frame that you want to go. So the last thing you want to do is buy a ticket and you can't go because there's no reservations available. Another very, very important thing to know that when you're going into the park, you are going to need to prove that you are a California resident. So at this time, both California Disney parks are subject to California residents only. So I don't know exactly offhand if they are going to be asking every single person to prove their residency. However, there is a chance that they might, so you want to make sure that you have that information on hand to prove that you are a resident so you can get into the park without a problem. Next on the docket is you want to make sure that you download the Disneyland app, and if you already have it, make sure it's on its most recent update. So the great thing with the Disneyland app is similar to the My Disney Experience app for Walt Disney World. You can do a whole lot of stuff. So you link your tickets, you can mobile order for food and beverage locations, you can check your wait times, you can check your park maps. All that stuff is within this app itself, but like I said, make sure it is up to date because with the opening, there are definitely going to be updates that only happen that morning. So before you get to the Disneyland park, please make sure that you check your phone and make sure it's completely updated. You can also make your dining reservations on the Disneyland app. However, with that being said, dining reservations again are quite limited. They did open up on April 22nd, and I suggest that you check out the app and the Disneyland website to see if there's any availability for the day that you want to go. And don't panic if you don't see any availabilities on the day that you want to go, because there are certain restaurants that are holding spots for walk-ups only. So definitely check in with the restaurant that you really, really want to dine at because it could be open for you. You never really know. So make sure when you get into the park, you just head right over to the restaurant of your choice and see if they have any walk-up availability for the day. And in order to make sure that the Disneyland app runs optimally, you want to make sure that your location services are on and you enable push notifications because all information will be sent to you that way. And for all you Star Wars fans, the Disneyland app is critical to have if you want to ride Rise of the Resistance. And just like Disney World, this ride is accessible only by virtual queue. If you have a park reservation for Disneyland on that day, you can access a virtual queue at 7 a.m. to get your boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. If you have a park reservation for Disney's California Adventure Park, but you do have the park hopper option, you can access the virtual queue at 12 p.m. And note, you can't park hop until after 1 p.m. The 7 a.m. virtual queue you can access from the comfort of your home, your resort, wherever you're coming from. You don't have to be at the park for 7 a.m. That's a lot to ask. If you have a reservation for Disney's California Adventure Park and you want to go to Disneyland, you have to go into California Adventure before you are able to park hop to Disneyland. And this is another reason why you want your tickets linked to your Disneyland app. If you want a bit more information about the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance virtual queue, I highly recommend that you go to the Disneyland.com website to double check any and all updated information. If you're going to be one of the guests staying at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, you can do online check-in. You don't have to go to the front desk at all. This is a way that they're helping with social distancing measures and making safety top a priority for everybody. So if you can, I highly recommend this option. So when you check in online, you can opt in to receive a text message that lets you know exactly when your room's ready. And as soon as you get that text message, you can head right over to the front desk and grab your keys and off you go. All right, next up is we're going to talk about when you arrive to the park. So when you arrive at the Mickey and Friends or Pixar Pals parking toll booths, they are going to ask you if you have tickets and a park reservation. If you have a park reservation, you don't need to panic and get there super early because you already have your scheduled time. You don't really have any crowds to beat necessarily, especially if you already have your Rise of the Resistance boarding group, because again, you'll be called back at a certain time to go onto the ride. Disney is kindly asking guests to not show up any earlier than 6 a.m. to get into the parks, and this is simply to help them with their physical distancing upon entry into the park. Entries into parks can get really congested on a good day, so you want to make sure that you're helping out everyone around you by not getting there too early to allow proper spacing for the amount of guests coming in. Another great thing that they're doing at the parking structures to help out with your convenience and for physical distancing on any part of the park, you can rent your strollers, your wheelchairs, or ATVs right in the parking structure itself. Like I said about 6 a.m., Disney is not allowing people to line up on opening weekend before 6 a.m. And they're also letting people know that you can't eat or drink when you're in the line because that would require removal of masks. And if they can't properly social distance or control that for any given reason, they want to make sure that you guys are doing your part and helping each other out. So if you're going to head down to the Downtown Disney District, right now it is opening at 10 a.m. and it will do so on April 30th, opening day as well. However, from May 1st onwards, it's going to be opening at 9 a.m. The shopping and dining at the Downtown Disney District will remain open after the park closes. So if you haven't had enough of your Disney experiences for the day, you can definitely head down to the Downtown Disney District and experience more magic there. And for Downtown Disney parking, you're going to want to go into the Simba lot, and as of April 30th, it will be changing to pay upon exit. And this includes hourly pricing with validation returns. And again, check out the Disneyland website for any and all information regarding parking or any questions you might have about that subject in itself. Well, I probably should have added this in before you go. Make sure you don't leave home without your face covering. You won't be allowed in the parks at all without this, so please make sure you bring it with you. I actually recommend that you bring 2 or 3 per person with you just to make sure you can switch it out if it gets sweaty or wet for any reason at all. You want to keep that stuff fresh. Like I mentioned before, we're going to have another reminder about park hopping. You cannot park hop until 1 p.m. or later. So if you have a park reservation for Disneyland, you need to enter Disneyland first, and then after 1 p.m. you can head over to Disney's California Adventure Park. And vice versa, if you have a park reservation for Disney's California Adventure Park, you have to wait until 1 p.m. to enter Disneyland Resort. And also remember, you have to have the park hopping option on your ticket. And we're gonna circle right back to that Disneyland app and make sure that you can plan ahead and save yourself some time so you can do all your mobile ordering ahead of time and have your lunch ready exactly when you want it. I did make a video previously of all of the dining options you can expect on opening weekend, which I will pop here. There are plenty of options for mobile ordering, so make sure you take advantage of this. It's a great tool, and it saves a heck of a lot of time for a busy park day. And as time goes on, they will be adding more dining locations. I can't tell you when or which ones it'll be, but definitely keep tabs on all that information on your Disneyland app. And in order to stay within California's health and safety guidelines, you are only able to consume food and drink in designated areas. When you do your mobile ordering in advance, once you get to the location, all you have to do is tap the I'm here and they'll start to prepare your order right then and there to make sure your food is hot and fresh when you get it. So Disney has gone above and beyond California's health and safety guidelines, and they've actually created much more options for you for cashless payment, including Apple Pay and Disney gift cards. And I know I said Apple Pay, and some of you Android users might be like, is this only available on iPhone? No, you can definitely get the Disneyland app on Android devices as well. So I hope all you California residents get to go to Disneyland as much as you want. I'm really jealous. I will be living vicariously through you, as I am not a California resident. In fact, I'm a Canadian resident, but still. So definitely make sure that you comment down below and let me know if you're going, and I want to know exactly how you thought your trip went. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you found that it was as informative as you possibly could have imagined. And down below, I'm going to link down the Disney Parks blog post that I got all my information from. And just a reminder not to be shy and don't be a stranger. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Have an awesome day!